Connie Francis, born Conchetta Rosa Maria Franco-Nero on December 12, 1937, in Newark, New Jersey, was a trailblazing American pop singer and actress who dominated the music charts in the late 1950s and early 1960s. Renowned for hits like Who's Sorry Now, Everybody's Somebody's Fool, and Pretty Little Baby, she became the first woman to top the Billboard Hot 100 in 1960. She died on July 16, 2025, at age 87, in Parkland, Florida, likely due to complications from a pelvic fracture and related health issues, as confirmed by her friend and publicist Ron Roberts, per the New York Times and People. With an estimated net worth of $25 million, Francis lived a vibrant yet challenging life marked by global stardom, personal tragedies, and advocacy for victims' rights. This biography explores her early life, career, health struggles, lifestyle, controversies, and legacy, drawing on available sources. Born to Italian-American parents, George Franco-Nero, a dock worker and roofer, and Ida Ferrari di Vito, Connie grew up in Newark's ironbound neighborhood, per Wikipedia. Music was central to her childhood. Her father, a concertina player, enrolled her in accordion lessons at age 3. By 4, she sang Anchors Away at a New Jersey amusement park, per biography.com. An A student with aspirations of becoming a doctor, her path shifted due to her father's encouragement, per Growing Bolder. At 11, she appeared on Marie Moser's Starlets, a local TV show, and later won first prize on Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts, adopting the stage name Connie Francis at Godfrey's suggestion, per the New York Times. Connie's early performances combined singing and accordion, though she humorously called the instrument asexual in her 1984 memoir Who's Sorry Now, per Still Alive. Her father's influence was significant, booking her on NBC's Startime Kids from ages 13 to 17, per Wikipedia. She attended Arts High School in Newark but prioritized music over further education, making demo tapes imitating Patti Page and Rosemary Clooney, per the New York Times. Her father's controlling nature, while pivotal to her career, caused friction, particularly when he ended her romance with Bobby Darin at gunpoint, per the Jersey Sound. Francis signed with MGM Records in 1955, but her first 10 singles flopped, nearly prompting her to quit music for college, per Billboard. Her father insisted she record Who's Sorry Now, a 1923 standard she disliked for its dated sound. Initially a failure, the song gained traction after Dick Clark played it on American Bandstand in 1958, selling over 1 million copies, per NPR. This launched her into stardom, with hits like Stupid Cupid, Lipstick on Your Collar, and My Happiness dominating charts, per People. In 1960, Everybody's Somebody's Fool made her the first woman to top the Billboard Hot 100, followed by My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own and Don't Break the Heart That Loves You, per Britannica. Her versatility set her apart, recording in 9 languages, including Italian, Yiddish, and Japanese, with albums like Connie Francis Sings Italian Favorites, 1959, boosting her global appeal, per Wikipedia. By 1960, she was the most successful female artist in Germany, Japan, the UK, Italy, Australia, and the US, selling over 100 million records, per Wikipedia. Her film career included Where the Boys Are, 1960, a teen rom-com that popularized Fort Lauderdale as a spring break destination, though she disliked acting, per Hollywood Reporter. Her 1962 song, Pretty Little Baby, saw a viral resurgence on TikTok in 2025, reaching the top 20 of Billboard's digital song sales, per Britannica. Francis retired in 2018 but remained a beloved figure, per Miami Herald. Connie Francis died on July 16, 2025, at 87, in Parkland, Florida, following a hospitalization for extreme pelvic pain, per the New York Times. On June 25, 2025, she reported a pelvic fracture, requiring a wheelchair and therapy, per Wikipedia. By July 2, she was hospitalized for tests to identify the pain's cause, briefly improving by July 4, per People. However, her condition deteriorated rapidly, and she was unconscious for at least 2 days before her death, per Fox News. Ron Roberts, her publicist, suggested complications from the fracture, though no official cause was confirmed, per Hindustan Times. Posts speculated on her history of musculoskeletal issues and bipolar disorder, but these remain unverified. Francis faced lifelong health struggles. A 1967 nasal surgery damaged her voice, preventing her from singing in air-conditioned venues, per NPR. Corrective surgery in 1977 caused temporary voice loss, restored by 1981, per the New York Times. Her mental health battles, including 17 involuntary hospitalizations from 1982 to 1991 for a misdiagnosed bipolar disorder, later identified as PTSD, stemmed from a 1974 rape, per Growing Bolder. The assault at a Howard Johnson motel in Westbury, New York, led to depression, drug dependency, and a 1984 suicide attempt, per Still Alive. Her resilience shone through, as she returned to performing by the 1990s, per Los Angeles Times. With a net worth of approximately $25 million, earned through record sales, royalties, and a $2.5 million settlement from her 1974 rape lawsuit, Francis lived comfortably in Parkland, Florida, per Mechical. She retired in 2018, enjoying South Florida's warm climate and community of retirees, per Miami Herald. Unmarried at her death, she had 4 brief marriages to Dick Ken Ellis, 1964 to 1965, Izzy Marion, 1971, Joseph Garzilli, 1973 to 1978, and Bob Parkinson, 1985, and a son, Joseph Jr., with Garzilli, per Biography.com. Her long-term partner, Tony Ferretti, died in 2022, per Wikipedia. A 2023 YouTube duet of You Made Me Love You with Ferretti showcased her enduring passion for music, per Wikipedia. Francis's public persona was warm yet resilient, shaped by her Italian-American roots and advocacy. She supported Richard Nixon's 1968 campaign, served on Ronald Reagan's Violent Crime Task Force, and was a spokesperson for Mental Health America's Trauma Campaign, per Wikipedia. Her 2017 memoir, Among My Souvenirs, detailed her triumphs and traumas, per Growing Bolder. On TikTok in 2025, she embraced her viral hit, lip-syncing to Pretty Little Baby and thanking artists like Taylor Swift, per CNN. Users like @SwiftyRuza praised her advocacy for mental health and victims' rights, per. However, some criticized her father's control, per Still Alive, and her legal battles with Universal Music Group over royalties and song misuse in films, per Wikipedia. Francis's life was marred by personal tragedies. The 1974 rape at knifepoint triggered PTSD, leading to a 7-year performance hiatus and mental health struggles, per NPR. She won a landmark $2.5 million lawsuit against Howard Johnson for inadequate security, advocating for victims' rights, per CNN. Her brother George's 1981 murder by organized crime, linked to his testimony in a bank fraud case, deepened her trauma, per Los Angeles Times. Her father's domineering influence, including thwarting her romance with Bobby Darin, drew criticism, with ex-user @Holly Cabot noting her difficult life, per. Professionally, Francis faced setbacks. Her early flops with MGM nearly ended her career, and her dislike for acting led her to decline a Where the Boys Are remake in 1984, per Hollywood Reporter. 2 lawsuits against Universal Music Group in 2002, alleging royalty withholding and unauthorized song use in sexually themed films, were dismissed, per Wikipedia. Her 2009 film project with Gloria Estefan, Who's Sorry Now, collapsed over creative differences, per Wikipedia. Despite these, her 2025 TikTok resurgence highlighted her enduring appeal, per Miami Herald. Francis's resilience was remarkable. After losing her voice, surviving rape, and enduring her brother's murder, she returned to performing in the 1980s, playing Las Vegas and Atlantic City, per Los Angeles Times. Her 1984 autobiography, Who's Sorry Now, and 2017 memoir inspired others, per Growing Bolder. As Mental Health America's spokesperson, she supported trauma survivors, per Wikipedia. Her multilingual recordings broke cultural barriers, influencing artists like Gloria Estefan, per The Jersey Sound. The 2025 Broadway musical Just in Time, with Gracie Lawrence portraying her, celebrated her legacy, though Francis never saw it due to her health, per Wikipedia. Her death prompted tributes from fans and artists. Ron Roberts called her a star to the end, per People, while UME's Bruce Resnikoff praised her trailblazing spirit, per Billboard. On X, a Beacon Photo shared personal memories of her music, per. With over 100 million records sold and a TikTok revival, Francis's influence endures, per Britannica. Her advocacy, chart-topping hits, and resilience cement her as a pioneer for women in music.